Hello everyone, and welcome back to the new series on this channel on the game Cities Skylines. Not Cities Skylines 2, I think this game is still more fun to play due to the extra content it has. This is Suntai Island. It's a map I got off the workshop, and as such, this is just the name of the city. We are on unlocking modes. In terms of starting, so we do have to unlock everything. We are starting with a custom amount of 123,456 credits, because I felt like it. And we have, let's not talk about that lane maths to start with. In fact, okay, so what you have to do is when you start a city, you have to build like a 1-unit section of the classic 2-lane road, and then it unlocks a load more. So we're going to go for no parking. But what this road just is it, I mean, we can't build the highway anyway right now, it's all locked because of milestones, but what that just does, 2 lanes goes into 1 and 1, which if you can do maths, 1 plus 1 is 2. So that comes into here. We are going to bring this down by 20. Hang on, what's the gap? It's 4 gap. So what? We're gonna rotate that, and then we might have to play with snapping here. If I just did that, came up by 10 from there, and then put a roundabout on the end. So, this is where we're going to have our first 4-lane road. We're going to do it like this. We can turn snapping back on now. We're going to make it follow the terrain rather than smooth slope, just in case, well, it's fairly flat anyway actually. And we're going to do a 4-lane road off here by 30, so we're going to go off by 30 here and 30 here. Then all the nodes have been connected, so hopefully the roundabout's shape will hold. So we just do curve into the roundabout from both directions, and there we go. It's left-hand traffic because I live in the UK. And we're going to use Traffic Manager, set that roundabout up. I should probably adjust my Traffic Manager settings as well, just and show you what I would usually do. Simulation accuracy, I generally want to go for high, something like that. Reckless drivers, we're going to have minor complaints. We are going to have some advanced vehicle AI, 60% dynamic lane selection. We're going to have more realistic parking, prevent unnecessary transfers, policies. Buses definitely can ignore lane arrows. I'm really not a fan of traffic lights, to be honest, so I'm going to turn that off. I am going to have default dedicated turning lanes. We're going to go very strict with our vehicle restrictions. Don't want private cars or trucks on bus lanes. And we are going to do that. Maintenance, don't think we need to do any of that, and that should be good. So, we're going to start off with a kind of simple gridded layout. We're just going to go for the default roads. We're going to come 20 back from the roundabout, so that's snapping properly, that is. And we need to go up by an 11 so we can get the full length, and we're going to do 20 by 10 grids. That's only a 9. Hang on. There we go. And in to there. And that is the first bit of our grid. And if we carry on another 20, we can have it backing onto will eventually be turned into like a full-on highway road. We'll probably put sound barriers down there because otherwise that'll be a nightmare for any residents. We can extend this another 10. At the 20 mark we come out by 11. Go out by 20. Go up, down, and then we connect all the roads up. We have a nice grid here. And then what we can do as well is we can come by a 10, and there's enough clearance there to get a road underneath, a shortcut connection between the areas. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of configure the grid. So yeah, that kind of is a bit awkward, but how that merges, yeah. What we're going to do therefore is to get a more uniform grid. We're still going to come out by 20, and then we'll come do 20 here. So those are narrower blocks. These ones. And for now, that will do. And we'll leave that as a bit of a stub because we'll extend the road down that way anyway. So, nice roundabout. Traffic is kept clear of it. And yeah, pedestrians can walk around if they can't cross into the middle, because why would you? We need power and water. So power, is there any good spots? Are there any good places for wind? Yeah, I need to check. I think it's in 81 tiles what my settings are. I want electricity transmission along roads, and I'm going to build my own water pipes. There we go. So, we are going to place in 3 turbines. We are then going to construct the wires to here for now, and once we have buildings, those will connect. In terms of water, we are going to suck water from here because it's much more efficient than the water tower, and then we'll put an aeration basin down this corner. We'll probably have some of our industrial around here, although that doesn't pollute. So, water pipes will roughly follow roads because it just looks a bit neater. So they're kind of a bit wonky at the moment. There we go, we've got them a bit straighter now. There we go. Just every other road. Like that. It doesn't. We're going to connect up there. And we don't really care about the lack of coverage in the middle of the roundabout because we're not going to put any buildings there. So, in terms of zoning, we're going to go big to start with. We're going to go up to there with industrial. We're going to do some commercial round there and there. We're going to do some residential. We're going to do a lot of residential. We're going to put a commercial strip there as well, but just plenty of residential. What we'll do actually is cut off all the zoning there. Kind of just cut it off so that it clears away from the roundabouts. Actually, in the zoning adjuster, which I've clicked on the wrong button, we can get rid. We're going to get rid of the zoning along these roads. There we go. And then what we'll do is we'll have zoning up to the roundabout, but that's on the main roads rather than actually on the roundabout itself. And we'll cut it back there, I think. Oh, hang on. I don't want... I'm not going to come up control of demand. That would just be... Let's just... yeah, so we've just set maximum demand to start with accidentally, but it is adjusting. Yeah. It's just... yeah. But then everything gets built in. And we find out whether we've actually got a good balance. So we've just got... We have got this strip here having industrial. Oh, I forgot to connect this up to the water grid. That will be why they are waters. We have this strip of industrial buildings here, which connects the power lines up. There is apparently... oh, that's not got power. We'll just run a power line over here for now. And we'll connect them up, just because it looks neater. And we've spent a lot of money and we're losing money. At the moment we can only adjust budget though. Actually, it's not a good idea to mess with that, I would say. What we basically just need is more buildings, which we will slowly... they're slowly coming. We can go on to mega speed though. There we go. And we have some residents. The only way in is to drive in, so we are going to look for the first vehicle driving in. Who is going to be our first resident? There's nothing turning off the highway yet. Oh, something's turned off. And of course, our first vehicles are trucks and vans, so we are going to ignore those. First car. It is Travis Adams. There we go. And we're already complaining about not enough workers, of course. Right. Yeah, as soon as the demand comes, it goes. Because buildings are built. So I guess that makes them not in the progress of buildings, so why are they called buildings? I don't know, I'm not going to question the English language. But I am going to question why I didn't build a road there until just now. Also, this is a bit of a dip. Just ditch. Ooh, there's a water source here. We could just like dam that up and get quite a bit of power actually. If that's a water source there. But we're not going to. I mean, how is our power? We're producing 23 megawatts and we only need 4, so we have plenty. And those, they're very cheap to run, so which is the advantage of wind turbines. Although the cost of construction is fairly high, they're very cheap to run. So they overall work out cheaper than other power plants. I also think this roundabout we should do 3 lanes. Just... ooh, hang on. I'm messing up my zoning control. Ah, no. Press that. There we go. Right, there we go, and then they use the roundabout correctly because you go in the lane that corresponds to your exit. Except some people are kind of going the whole way. Right, what? They're going on there to go the whole loop and then off. Yeah. Weird. Yeah, people are actually doing that. Slightly weird. Hang on. We should. Vehicles going straight on may change lanes. That might help it. But people are moving in. They're travelling around the city. We've got some buildings over here. The power will travel by road. So that isn't a concern. And we are almost at a break-even point in terms of money. And we still have more buildings going in. And we need more workers. We don't have many stats at the moment, do we? Yeah. Happiness, not the best, but it will help. Traffic, obviously we haven't got much at this point. Yeah. Yeah, and we can see people moving in now to both sides of the city. Including people. Yeah, that's fine that they're driving around there. We could have an off-ramp at some point that just kind of connects into this residential road, or we could just make them go round to the roundabout. And we have that, which isn't an export because it hasn't carrying anything out. No, that is exporting. Exporting all products. Okay. Yeah, literally. Our minuses, our minus, there we go, we're breaking even. And hopefully that means we should go back into positive bank balance. When's our first milestone? 460 for this one. And then we can set the taxes. That'll make us even more money. That will be healthcare, education, garbage. And yeah, so we await that. At some point we might have to expand the roads network so that we can build more, though there is still space to fill in at the moment, so that's not really a immediate concern. Robin Street, Fairview Street, Adams. I mean, we literally, coincidentally, have a road named after our first resident, and there we go, that is the milestone. We don't have enough money for all three services, but we're going to start with garbage, as that's the one they complain about first. We can get a landfill, those just become a nuisance. Recycling centres, you see, we're looking more at the upkeep cost, because you only have to pay the construction cost once. It's 240 a week to upkeep compared to 160. It will last us longer, it has better capacity probably in terms of continually processing. So, and I mean, these incinerators, once we unlock them, actually we're still going to stick with recycling centres, because they're just better recycling centres. And then we shall fast forward again. We can do times 99 speed. Not sure how. Yeah, there we go. I think that's not really times 99, is it? Let's go. Just there. There we go. And yeah, we should set the taxes. So taxes, 12% is usually the magic number for low density. Autosave, there we go, and we are waiting for 10,000 for a medical clinic. There's basically no difference, that one's slightly smaller actually. We are going to put this there. Sorry, your house is now gone, whoever was living there, but we have a medical clinic there. And then the next one will be a school, an elementary school, for our first level of getting our citizens to be well educated. And we are going to place that in there once we have the money. Just playing the waiting game at the moment. We're going to have to destroy a couple of houses because city's now getting built up. But, I mean, it's for the greater good that we have this school. So, bear with it. And forget those houses ever existed, okay? Okay, 9,000, 9,200, 9,400, 9,500, 9,800, we can afford it. I would get a path over the, well, what is going to be a highway, but that requires reaching the third milestone, and at the moment we're not too far off the second, which is 900 residents. Policies, those are quite useful to mess with us more, play with us more, get unlocked. Fire police, that's the main things. And we have new set of specialisations. So all our land dedicated to residential has been filled. So we are going to go back by another block. We can get this underneath as well. There aren't any pillars in the way. So, hang on. Strip there, strip there. You can just go into that. Water covers those, so those should grow in nicely. And they quite possibly won't be enough, but what we could do is go out by another 20 here. I realise I've made a mistake here by the fact that this is only 10 away rather than 11, but to be honest, it doesn't really matter. And then we have this road. We are also going to be able to... Oh, whoops, that didn't go right. We are also going to be able to get in some more commercial if it is demanded. Oh, not enough money. We're spending a load of money on roads. Okay, that's going to cost 2,000. We are making a profit, so it's not a concern, right? Residential, residential, residential. There is a bit of commercial demand building up, so we'll get another block of that. But really, it's just residential that's the big one, and we're about to hit the milestone. Game's paused, so that probably means when it appears, worthy village. So, police is generally complained about first, so we'll prioritise that. We will get a small police station. We will do that, place it there, and then fire station we'll put right next to it, because the hazard for fire is high. So, oh yeah, and it slows down the game every time you reach a milestone. Simulation speed, that is. So, yeah. Fire station, police station are there. Water, that's because we don't have the pipes. So we can place the pipes in. We're going to need to go onto play mode to make the money, so that we can do that. And we're going to go from there. And that is if we're covered by water. Hopefully there's a police car on the way to here. There is, I think, yep, that's a police car. Going to solve the problem. And we are continuing on towards the next milestone. We have some lovely houses. We have some sirens. We have some crime over here. Police are coming to sort it out. We have some crime over here again. And the police are here. So yeah, the police have a power of being anywhere within 5 seconds, clearly. It's good to know there is a railway line there in case we want to connect to it. So really, there's a highway connection there as well. What I don't think we want to do is connect that all by a standard highway, because basically that will be used as a shortcut, and we don't really want that through the most built up parts of our city. But what we are still going to do is have a kind of major road that connects the two up. And we'll probably have a more downtowny area once we unlock high density around here. And then we have across the bridge to work with as well. I'm just waiting for when we can get paths in. But what I will do for now is expand this out by 20. We have all the roads connecting in, including the 4-lane road. We don't really have much of an industrial demand, so, but it will still be polluting, so we don't really want to get residential right next to it, so we'll just put the zoning provision in. I don't want it on the outside there yet, and we will go this way by another 10 as well. And thankfully we're avoiding the pillars every time here. So yeah, we've got that. Got more residential. We might actually get another block of commercial instead of industrial here. And we're going to need to sort out the water pipe situation. So along this road here, we need play mode to get us the money. Along. Come on, game. We are going to then try to stretch this water pipe all the way down to here. 2020, that's going to cost us. And final 400 to get it to there. And we're just going to get a connection in here as well. And here at the end. And here. And we're just going to get these ones as well. Just get some extra connectivity around the pipe network. And we're about to hit the next milestone. Whenever the game pauses. There we go. There we go, tiny town. Loads of areas, landscaping, more policies. More roads. Paths. Loads of workshop items I've got as well. High schools as well. So, I think we have high school is the cheapest. One is 24,000, so we should get ready for that. How's elementary doing? Still got the capacity. High school, we're going to go there for paths. We are going to what we're going to do is we are going to basically connect over like that. We're going to go on to fast forward mode, so we can get it. So we're going to get a bridge there. It's going to come back down to there. Let's turn off-road guidelines. Actually, I'm not sure if that's symmetrical. Hang on, it's a 10. I think that's where we should be going from. Oops, there were actually lots of people walking there already. And then, this one bridge, we are then going to, with the road guidelines turned back on. Oh no, hang on. Page down. There we go, we're going to go there, and we're going to go to there. Going up by 8, and then across. We're then going to come down to here. And that's a double bridge setup, just so people can get across the big road without getting in the way of the traffic, because this is a main road. Vehicle movement is the priority. There we go. And then we are also going to get... Actually going to turn road guidelines off for this again. We're going to get a path in there, in there. It would be great if we could get a path that kind of, we'll turn down the key on for this, kind of snakes around the back of the buildings here. There we go. Plenty of walking possibilities. We're just going to cut across this building now as well. Actually, what we're just going to do is like that. Like this. Because I think that looks kind of cool. There we go. And then we have a tree in there. We are going to place a tree in there. There we go. Hopefully we'll get some buildings growing back there. And that just connects up the local neighbourhoods with paths. We can get in parks as well now. So we'll go for a nice variety of parks. We've got a dog park. We'll turn the key off for this. We have a park with trees. It's a bit too big. We have a small park, which can go there. We have a carousel park, which can go there. This is where buildings will start upgrading. We have a small playground, which can go near the industrial area. We have a large playground, which we will place down here. We're starting to run out of money for these things, but we have a bouncy castle park, which can go here. Most buildings now have a good coverage. We'll get a small playground in here, just to, especially with residential buildings, get better coverage, and another dog park by the side of the fire station. And that is pretty good coverage for the city. And I can just hear the upgrades. If we got access to building levels information, that's outside connections. Hang on. Don't know. Population. We have way more jobs available. It shows we still need more residential buildings. Okay, so we are starting to get a few level 3 buildings for residential and some more level 2s. Commercial, we are starting to get some level 2 buildings. Happiness. Pretty good. And are we at elementary school capacity yet. No. Okay, we need another expansion for residential, and we will go this way with it. We are going to go down by 40. You can turn road guidelines back on now. We have a new area here to work with for houses, and we don't have enough money. Yeah, it's just basically going to be a slow game of build a strip of road whenever we have money. Next milestone is 2,400, where we unlock public transport. And I think that can be saved for the next episode. So we'll just get this area in. Maybe we'll hit the milestone, maybe we won't. But public transport will get set up in the next episode. Probably either buses or trams. Which, I don't know, I think at first we'll run them like big buses that have tracks. But you can do more than just that with trams in the game as well. Can't really get buildings in the bits of road I've already built as well now, because we haven't got water pipes. So once we build the roads, we're going to keep them to the ground as well. No bridges, thanks. Once we have built the roads, we'll then need to go back and get the water pipes in before we put the houses in. So we're going to go carry on. It's 800 for the full length each time. We still have plenty of capacity for water and sewage. And some of the pipes around this area are a bit wonky, which means they don't look like they're perfectly under the roads. And we're going to connect up along the top here as well. There we go, right. Let's just get residential. What we're going to do is we're going to get a new commercial area in here, just so that everyone's not that far away from some shops. And we're going to get some more parks in as well. Power issues. Is that because we don't have enough? Yep, that's because we don't have enough. Hopefully we can still get the money to get another one before they all start complaining and moving out. Though luckily, like, power is just the furthest bits that don't have the power, so the rest of the city's still making money. Got this a long way. There we go. And we will probably want to place another one in as well at some point. There we go. Plenty of parks. And let's focus on getting... Yeah, we're not really going to hit 8 megawatts production around here anymore because the wind's decreasing the more turbines we get in. But hopefully we can get up to 38 megawatts production, which is probably where we will... or 39 even. And that is where we will end this episode. So, thanks for watching the first episode. I hope this is going to be a good series. There is so much to do in this game. It could be quite a long series because there's so much to explore. It's a big map I got off the workshop. Wonder if I can... don't think I can show you it because I don't think I have a mod that can let you zoom out, but even just from here you can see so much more space to build on. And there's so much to use. I mean, this is just the tip of the iceberg for what this series will behold. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode, where, like I said, we'll get our first public transport in after hitting the milestone. Goodbye.